So today's episode, we're going to talk. We are in the depths of retail Christmas holiday stuff. So we're going to take an episode and talk about how our business has grown, evolved. We have a lot of people buying art for Christmas gifts. How we accommodate that, how we approach that. All kinds of stuff today.
We should name this episode "'Tis the Season."
That's a great one. That's good.
We should name Ryan's impressed.
That's good. I like that.
He's like, oh.
Usually my go-to, if we need to name something, is I go to thesaurus.com and start typing in, like, I need an interesting word for whatever, couch, and find other stuff. And I try to find words that are, I think it's alliteration, where the word starts with the same letter.
Yes, that's alliteration.
Yes. That's my go-to.
Yes. I'm a journalism major,
So,
yes.
'Tis the Season is a good one.
Yeah, because we're in a good, busy season, busy Christmas. We just finished Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You could name it after the Taylor Swift song.
Oh, God. What is the Taylor Swift song?
It's called "'Tis the Damn Season."
Oh, okay. Okay.
I kind of like it.
Yeah?
But we want children to be able to watch this show.
Well, we're all kind of a little sleep deprived and
I feel like a robot.
maxed out. Yeah, I feel like that too. So maybe 'tis the damn season is
That's good.
the way
Cassie
to go.
would love that.
Cassie would love that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Our poor warehouse manager, she's working her tail off.
She is. We have I don't even know how many orders we're up to now.
292, I think, was what I saw.
Yeah, that's the 292 is the current. So each day, we did our 25% off sale, and the orders just start flowing in then. And each day, you kind of start to get caught up, and then the next day happens, and they start over again. So I think 292 is the amount of orders we have to fulfill today, right?
Yeah.
Active orders.
Yeah, they haven't been fulfilled yet, and we're waiting to print the shipping label until we fulfill it and box it up.
Yep.
Then
So when a customer orders, the order sits there, and then when we go to print the
shipping
label and the not tracking slip, but the inventory slip with what they ordered, it creates a UPS tracking number, and the person is emailed and notified that your thing has shipped.
Yeah.
So we try not to print that until it actually has shipped.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just have a shipping label that's sitting in our warehouse for days, and the customer's trying to track it, thinking it's gone out, and it hasn't gone out yet.
Yeah.
So
And we know when we click on the tracking number through UPS, we know if it's only been printed because it'll say delivery date will be updated shortly or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's when we know, UPS hasn't even taken it yet. So as soon as they scan it, then you'll have a delivery date will be Tuesday at this time.
Yep.
So,
but we've worked hard over the years to just kind of eliminate like a lot of the friction, we've all had bad customer experiences. We've all had bad shipping stuff, and we try to eliminate all that stuff. I mean, we do our absolute best. Still some Canadians that are frustrated at shipping rates.
which we can't control.
We can't control that. It's auto generated from, UPS.
Yeah.
So, but the shipping rates sometimes to Canada are like $50 to $70.
Yeah.
And if we ship them a paper print, we actually lose money if we try to offer free shipping to Canada. Yeah. But sometimes they're not always happy about that.
And it's weird because it depends on where in Canada they're at.
Yeah.
Like,
it is weird.
Some people will pay over $100 just to ship it there.
Yep.
And I'm like, and I'll tell Ryan, I'll be like, wow, they really wanted your art.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're thankful, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, we think it's outrageous too. Y'all are not alone.
Yeah.
Like we know, but we can't control it.
Yeah.
Like it's the taxes and tariffs to enter that country and the customs. And my response to people has been, hopefully one day we'll get this business to where we won't have to deal with all those fees and we'll be able to figure it out.
Canadian outlet retail.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
One thing happened last night. a lady hit me up on Instagram, and she was asking, why does this say, because I posted it was the last day of our 25% off sale.
Yeah.
And we have the prices labeled, and it's $74 for like growth and maturity.
Yeah.
And she's like, why does it say 102 on your website, but it's 74 here? And I was like, I don't know. We don't have anything that's $102.
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird number. But it displays Canada dollars in Canada on our website.
Oh, that's cool.
So they factor in the exchange rate, and it took us like 3 or 4 messages back and forth. I was like, I have no idea. But $74 in the U.S. is 102 Canadian.
Oh,
so
interesting.
It was showing the Canadian price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then I had a lady. Also, this is a PSA. We don't ship, or we don't do Canada orders on Amazon. We also have Amazon store, if people are curious. We have an Amazon store. I spent 4 days trying to make it.
Storefront.
So please go order from
legit.
them. Yeah. Please go order from them. But, well, actually, no, order on our website. But anyway. And I had a lady, she was from Canada, and she was trying to get out of the free shipping, or trying to get out of the shipping for Canada. And she's like, is there any other places that you offer it? And I was like, Amazon. But I didn't realize that if you're a Canadian and you're in Canada and you look at our store on Amazon, it says all our products aren't available. Like, they're out of stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she kept sending me, she's like, this says you're out of stock. And I'm like, no, all my inventory is updated on Amazon. And I got confused. And then I went, oh, she's in Canada. I can't. And then I felt really bad.
All that.
Yeah, I apologized. I was like, I got super confused. I'm really sorry that I made you go through all that.
Yeah.
I was like, but then she ordered anyway, so.
Well, I don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And I mean, we're in a mode where every day we have to figure out something new that we didn't know before. So now we know a lot about Canada that we didn't know earlier.
I had an Australian guy hit me up too. He was like, hey, can you ship to Australia? And I was like, if we struggle getting something to Canada, I really don't think we can get it to Australia. I'm really sorry. And I said, hopefully we'll get this business to where we can ship overseas. Yeah. But Cassie was like, we could do it, but I don't know. I have no clue.
We'd have to look into that.
It
gets weird with taxes too, because
and Shopify too.
You have to remit sales tax to a lot of places.
Yeah.
And I looked at it at one point, and like, if you sell in London, you've got to pay. You literally have to pay sales tax. It sounds so old school, like Her Majesty's Royal tax. Like you literally would write the check out to that. It was something weird, because when I heard it, I was like, is this like the 1800s? Like, am I literally writing a check out to Her Majesty?
Well,
but it's something like that. We'll have to look into it.
They are the, what do you call that system that they're in? Because they have a king and queen, and
I don't know.
I forgot.
I know more about Taylor Swift than I do
I forgot what it's called.
The class system.
They're not.
Oligarchy.
Is it oligarchy?
Caste system. I don't know.
I think it's oligarchy. I think you're right, because they're not a democracy, are they? I don't think.
Know. One thing I know for sure is we're butchering this, and we're going to get emails about it probably.
I got to rewatch The Crown. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
I need to Wikipedia that.
Monarchy.
Constitutional
That's what it is.
monarchy.
I knew it. I was like,
Okay.
oligarchy's kind of close. It's one of those words. But yeah, I was like, it's a monarchy. So you probably do have to pay fees to the queen. And
one thing that would be cool one day is if we could have like European hunters on here talking about stag and hog and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yes. Yeah, because Austin put that stag in our video that one time. Sorry, man. I thought that was funny. He thought it was a whitetail. And I was like, I think that's a stag.
Yeah.
Ryan goes, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is. You see that stuff, like Walmart is notorious for it. And like they have an agency and they don't really understand. So like Walmart will send you something like, it's deer hunting season and it's a red stag from Europe. Like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. But,
no, luckily I caught it.
Yeah. But we're Yeah, we're in customer service mode, and Madison may take a customer service call on this episode,
Lisa,
which
I'm
would
waiting
kind of be
on you.
awesome. Lisa's supposed to call about an order.
Yeah, she tried to order yesterday, and I was like, I can help you. I can answer all your questions. So I'm waiting on you, Lisa.
But we do one thing that I'm really proud of that we do, and it's mainly you that you're doing really good at.
Mainly you.
I mean, we do it as a group, but like it's Madison that answers the phone. Is like we have customer service people that like look up your order and will help you solve a problem if you have it. And we use our brains a lot.
And I will research stuff for y'all. I try my hardest. One guy called earlier and was like, "Oh, I fell for the Chinese scam, and what do I do?" And I was like, call PayPal.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was like, call our customer service, tell them you fell for a Chinese scam, and I don't know, call PayPal. I was like, I will help you. I'll try to help you. And then he called back and ordered from us. So I was like, yeah. And I told Ryan, too bad I don't make commission off these.
That was the big one this year, is the dang the scam
The
stuff.
scam, yeah.
And it was bad. It's crazy. I mean, we're still dealing with it.
Yeah.
We're still beating
working
that
with the
back.
proper people. But yeah, it's like I'm literally sitting in the dark with my hood up trying to fight the Chinese people.
Well, and the thing is, too, we haven't seen this yet, but once they get their orders, we're going to start getting emails about it, about how they think it's us, they don't like it, yada, yada, yada. That's coming. It just hasn't come yet.
Well, and Cassie said, too, like, I mean, even people, I don't know how much people listen to the radio, but, like, even people on radio stations are like, don't fall for these scams.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously a scam. Like, if the website is named something uber weird and there's broken English and there's only an email address to contact, like it's really weird. So, and I mean, it's happening to everybody. Cassie said she saw some for Uggs, boots, and I've heard a couple of like, I think it's cookware stuff. A couple of cookware stuff is getting stolen too. So it's not just us, which is kind of nice that we're not alone, but I hate that it's happening to almost everybody. So it's like weird.
When I started looking into it, I've noticed a bunch of other artists that are getting ripped off too, and it kind of pisses me off. Like,
it doesn't kind of piss you off.
Well, it really does. Well, it's weird because it feels very personal. Like I've told you guys, like it feels like, I mean, when you're like, when your face and your videos and your stuff is showing up, like someone went to your social channels and your website and kind of digitally hunted you down to find that stuff. And that's weird.
It is weird.
It feels really weird.
It's really weird.
So, but no, it's been frustrating. And, we talked about like starting the revolution.
Yeah.
Like it really would be, it makes me feel for other artists too, because I mean, that might have just been it's our primary business and we're going to put everything we've got into fighting it. And that's what we're going to do. But you never know, that might be somebody's side hustle that they use to make rent. And then they get ripped off and it kind of really cuts into their business and they don't have the time or the resources to fight it. I mean,
That's
we're
what Cassie
pretty well
was
determined,
saying.
but
she was like, could you imagine if this was like in the basement days and we like just started and like it really did depend on our livelihood depended on all this. She's like, I just feel bad for people. Like if that's somebody's story and they've created something really cool and then they get ripped off and it's like, man, that really sucks.
And then people think they're buying my stuff and getting a deal, and then they're disappointed. And that's the frustrating thing is like, man, we're not in the business to screw people.
No.
Like we're doing it because like, I mean, I want people to, I'm drawing deer and turkey to like make people happy. Like, and sometimes you sit back and think like, how did all this come up just from that?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to screw people, and then there's people that are getting screwed, and
like,
they're not happy.
I'm just trying to feed my family.
It's like we're trying to do all the right things.
Yeah.
And you just expect everybody to hold up their end of the bargain and do the right thing.
And
So.
Ryan goes, I feel like they're attacking Brooklyn.
I
just
know.
can't.
I know.
I was like, oh no, he's went to a dark place.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
He did. He was like, they're attacking Brooklyn.
That's what it feels like, you know?
We all would fight for her. Yeah.
She's even in here right now.
Yeah, she's sitting in her jammies.
She was sitting in the wagon earlier.
Yeah. Ryan said something. Oh, yeah, Ryan said something. Oh, because Austin's getting ready to have a baby. And Ryan said something about having a baby. And she said, because y'all play baby all the time, don't you?
She has a baby everywhere she goes.
Oh, well, y'all were playing baby in here earlier.
Yeah. Her thing is they play family at school, which I don't know. As a dude, it's like hard to play those games. Like I don't know how to play Barbie.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play family. It's like who wins? You know, like what's the goal? What's the competitive side? But she wants to play all these like relational things that don't have an objective.
Because she's a girl.
Because she's a girl. But it's like, I don't know. Are we supposed to fight? Are the Barbies supposed to play basketball?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do with these
Ryan
things?
goes, well, you be the baby and take a nap. I was sitting at my desk and I was like, oh, we made her go to bed. And she did. She curled up in her little swimmy towel and didn't make a noise.
Man.
It was funny.
She's the best.
Oh.
But she's been out here right now because Kim, one of the things kind of going back to processing orders is printing labels. And we kind of discovered a breakthrough where they can print multiple labels. But before, I mean, if you had 200 orders, you had to hit like Command
Each
P
one,
200 times and print them. So a lot of times Kim would come out here at like 6 a.m. and just start printing labels so that when everybody got here, we could start filling orders.
Yeah.
So really, you know, like we have an all hands on deck during the day when we're here, but then Kim and I a lot of times will come out really early or really late to handle miscellaneous stuff and kind of keep things moving.
Yeah.
So like last night, Red had a basketball game. I'm helping coach his team. We got home, laid in bed with him and put him down at like, I don't know, 8:30 and fell asleep. I was so tired.
Oh.
And then woke up at 12:30 and then came out here and started working till like 2 and then went back to bed and woke up and came out here to sign prints before everybody got here. Yeah. So it's just kind of we're just in that kind of season where we're just.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. Yeah. Yes. I like how you tied that in there. That was good comedic timing. But yeah. That's what we're in.
Yeah, and I mean, we did all of our holiday gift guides, and we did a holiday gift guide video. Secret plug, you should go watch it.
And you guys have done really well staying on track of inventory. Like,
oh yeah.
The only issue we've had at all is that we have about 90 frames coming.
I see movement outside. Sorry. It looked like a car, so I was like, Kim's in here.
Probably is.
That was weird. Sorry.
Maybe that's our shipment of frames.
No, those are going to Tractor Supply.
We have about 90 frames coming in, and we've already sold like 70 of those on prints. So that, you know, we're waiting on those, and that we've already had to talk about. That's going to be like 3 days of just assembly line framing and packing and shipping and getting them out. I mean, poor UPS dude, when we have 75 frame pieces
Boxes,
of art. Yeah. But you know, they're typically there's always been something. Like some big deal. We ran out of triangle shipping tubes one year and had to order some from Uline. And the ones we ordered as backups, they weren't branded. They weren't very good. We had a bunch of damaged orders, which takes time.
Yeah.
Last year we ran short on canvas prints and had to get those printed. And so there's usually some product or item that's a hit that we didn't realize was going to be a hit and we weren't ready for.
Yeah.
But you guys have done really, really well staying on top of stuff.
Thanks. Well, yeah, Ryan told us about the debacle last year, and me and Cassie said, that is not happening.
Yeah.
So, well, and the thing was, we thought we over-ordered the frames,
Yeah.
which is like, we thought we ordered a good bulk extra so we could have them for the week after Black Friday and prep them to be shipped and ready so someone could get them before Christmas and give them as Christmas. But the good news is we sold them all.
Yeah.
And then the good news is, too, Cassie ran the numbers. We've done like 3 times as many orders in the Black Friday week as usual, which is awesome compared to last year. So
Yeah.
that was, me and Cassie were like, there's no way we could have accounted for that. We tried, but it was like, I still think we did a good job, and we just thank y'all for ordering and for being so like that. I didn't think the framed stuff would be the hit, but honestly, it's been pretty cool to watch.
Yep. And it's not easy to do the frame stuff. We've talked about that before. I mean, there's a reason that a lot of artists don't sell stuff framed themselves.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of just the inventory. You've got to be able to forecast what you're going to need, which is never a perfect thing. You've got to forecast what people want, which takes years to figure out sometimes. Like, all the time we might think, well, the labs, we always throw the labs under the bus. But when I did the lab print, that's when I started looking at the international shipping and cutting checks to Her Royal Majesty.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Her Royal Majesty is what you have to write it out to. But I thought labs were going worldwide. You know, like on Step Brothers, like prestige worldwide. But they definitely did not. And now the poor labs. I mean, Cassie said the other day she needed room for something, and so she's moving boxes of labs out of the way to make room for new stuff.
I love that one though. Me and Tammy are like, oh, it looks so cute. Oh, and nobody buys them.
No.
I'm always like, every time Tammy pulls one out of the drawer, I'm like, yes, yes.
But there's just no way to predict that.
No.
And, it just takes time and experience. And one thing that we did do that Cassie helped a lot on is we standardized all the canvas, the framed canvas
size,
art. So everything's 18 by 24, which allows us to buy the same size in 3 different framing options and stock up. And then when people order, their order is printed on demand, and then one of our 3 frames that goes in one of those, which helps a lot.
Yeah, they're the same size as the poster too. So the posters are the same size; they're just different materials.
Yep.
And we don't have frames for those. I've actually had a lot of people asking about framed posters. Yeah. And they're usually like, I know you guys don't offer these framed, but do you have a suggestion on where I can get a good frame? And then I tell them that Amazon affiliate frame, because those are good.
Are they?
And they have a good size.
Yeah.
So, or they have that size. So I'm like, these are really good frames. We've ordered them before. And they're a 2-pack.
Are they?
So buy 2 posters.
Didn't know that.
Buy our 2 posters.
Mad Dog's been a good little salesperson.
Why am I not getting commission?
You are.
I'm just kidding.
We're banking it for May.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, just kidding.
But every time people call in, they've got questions or whatever, and you've actually plugged in people's orders over the phone and sent them invoices that they pay. Which is
it's just easier,
cool.
And I feel like people like that. They like the convenience. Yep. So that poor guy that ordered from China, he's like, "Do you want to take my payment information over the phone?" I said, I am empathizing with you because I know if I had just fallen for the scam, I wouldn't want somebody taking my stuff. So I'm just going to send you an invoice. And it saves my butt, too, in case something happens.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't want to fool with that.
Yep. No, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just send them an invoice.
And
makes it easy.
They like it. Everybody's like, oh, you can send it directly to my email? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it right now. I just have to get faster at typing their little message on the invoice. I'm like, here is your invoice for blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Let me know if you have any other issues or questions. Send. But I can't type and hold the phone at the same time.
Oh,
I'm such a double-handed typer. I have to
Well, if this continues, we'll get you a fancy little headset.
Oh, yeah.
Like every fake customer service icon. Like if you
Rep,
log
yeah.
on their website, it's like the AT&T girl with
with the headset.
they're always extremely happy to be doing customer
Oh
service.
yeah. It'd be like the takeout order system with the headsets.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a McDonald's screen here one day.
McDonald's screen.
I keep telling Cassie, when we first started, when we moved out to this new location, I was like, how cool would it be if we had like a McDonald's screen where like
You can see it pop up.
The person that's filling the order just looks up at the screen and fills order number 532 off the big screen.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
And every time we have a hiccup, I was like, if we had a McDonald's screen, this wouldn't happen.
No.
But no, I think the tech required to do that, I'm not sure what it would take.
I
But
don't know either.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
we
know.
will. Maybe one day.
One day. Let's get through this season first.
But we've one thing that's kind of cool though is that we're coming in on 15,000 orders
I know.
since I started.
Well, and we only hit 14,000 like what, 2 weeks ago?
I don't know what
I
it's
think it was
been.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So if wow, that's a lot.
But when I first started, we did a Squarespace website. This would have been back at our old location. This would have been 2 locations ago. And I started at 0 because a lot of times they even recommend that like when you're a new business, you start at order 300 so people think that you're successful already.
Oh.
So I started at order 00001 and then we've sold. So when we say 15,000, we've legitimately sold
Wow.
15,000 pieces
That's
of art.
really cool.
So, yeah.
Now I'm gonna look at all my order numbers from like all these other places I've ordered from because
Oh, yeah.
I've never known that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they recommend, we'll see what order we're at now. But yeah, they recommend we are at 14,973.
We're close.
27 more, and we'll hit 15,000.
There's got to be 25 people on this podcast, or 27 people on this podcast that
Yeah.
can go order something right
We are
now.
going to do a discount code, too, on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Newsflash.
Yep.
Stay till the end and you'll
Yep.
get your discount code.
But yeah, that's pretty cool to know. And I don't know. I feel like we it's hard sometimes, but you know, just like you said, the way we've grown the products and the lineup and kind of keep the pulse on everything is just like you said. You've had a lot of people ask about frames. Well, if multiple people ask that and we can solve that problem for people, we may have frames.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
typically, you know, we're gonna do a mean tweets episode
Yeah.
one day, and we haven't really had it this year. I don't know why, but most of the shade that's thrown at us comes on price.
Mm-hmm.
But people just don't realize how much time, effort, labor, inventory it takes to deliver that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so most of the cost of fulfilling an order it's all wrapped up in the plexiglass, the frame, the shipping, the bubble wrap, all the
All the
things.
materials. Yeah.
All the materials. And so, you know, it's easy to say, oh, well, 4 people have asked for a poster frame. Well, yeah, you can go order, you know, 150 poster frames, but then you also have to fill those orders. You have to have someone frame them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pack them. You're going to have some damages, especially during the busy shipping times. You have to allocate for that kind of stuff. And so pretty soon you're starting to rack up the cost to fulfill the order.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of the price comes from. And it might not be worth it for us to, you know, sell a framed $34 poster
Yeah.
and all the extras that come with that.
And that's
So,
like, it's like you've said too about like when people say, oh, you should do growth and maturity for elk, or you should do growth and maturity for mule deer. It's along the same lines.
Yeah.
Like, there's not enough market for those. Like, there's not enough people hunting that stuff to really. That's why the whitetails are so successful.
Yep.
So it's just like, I've gotten a lot of that too. Do this for a mule deer.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I can't, man.
we may end up doing the mule deer. you know, people got to realize it's realistically it's probably 2 months of time frame and work by the time I research everything, sketch out everything, run it by a biologist. The approval process is a month, easy. By the time we tweak something, you know, have the thing designed, go back and forth between biologists, proof it, reproof it. The antler print we proofed like 11 times.
Oh yeah, it was at least. Yeah.
And then you're talking by the time just the initial paying Cameron to design it, getting the proofs, getting the press check, paying, you're talking like 15 grand easy to get the first run of prints. So we're talking multiple people, 2 months of time, 15 grand to just have a run of prints.
Yeah.
Then you've got to have all the shipping tubes to do it. You've got to have all the packing materials. You've got to have your marketing materials. You got to have all those things in order to sell it and fulfill it. Well, man, we got to have a lot of people buy that thing if it's gonna work. Otherwise, you know, we just wasted 2 months of time and we're sitting on lab prints.
Lab prints. Was just about to say that too. I was like, this is the lab.
And so everybody wants to, do a growth maturity for elk. Or I've even heard them like, do a growth maturity for Roosevelt elk, which is an even smaller subset of that of elk. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And it's like, dude, you can't chase that stuff because you'll end up chasing your tail and going bankrupt trying to make people happy. Yeah. And so, you know, we just have to pick and choose that stuff about how we do it.
Yeah. And same with the frame stuff. I actually had a lady today was like, she wanted the individual, she wanted to just buy the frames. Because she's like, your frame prices are awesome. Yeah. I just looked, I had bought your prints previously, and I just looked, and your frame prices are great. And I was like, yeah, that's why we say you need to buy our frames. But I was like, sorry, we're really low on frames right now, so I really can't sell you a frame.
Well, and I don't really know what custom framing costs are now, but I know it's crazy high.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so our frame stuff really does help people. They'll probably save some money in the end, but they can also they don't have to mess with it. Like they can just take it out of a box and put it on the wall. Yeah. And again, we're talking about like the costs of fulfillment and stuff. Well, it may cost $40, $50, $60 to ship it. Yeah. The box is more, the bubble's more, the packing materials are more. Like those are things that are factored in that a lot of people don't think about. Like, if you literally drive to my studio and take it out of our shop, I can do it for cheaper. But if we're going to fulfill it and deliver it to your door, that's where a lot of the cost comes in. Yeah. So our frame prices are actually really good, and our frames are really good. Yeah, like I'm happy with them.
Really sweet. You can see, right?
Ta-da!
Timberland. That one's the most popular this year.
Yep.
Very obvious. And then Riverside is the canvas.
We actually took 3 off the wall yesterday.
Yeah, because we were like, we have to get these out.
Like, hey, this is 3 more we don't have. Let's take them off the wall. Yeah. We'll probably take that one off the wall after this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, to get a frame order out. Yeah.
But that one doesn't have plexi because the light reflects against it. So we took the plexi out.
And we want you to see the art.
Yeah. Not a glare. What else do you want to talk about, Mad Dog?
What else can we say with 'tis the season?
'Tis the season. Well, we've got a couple things coming up. Is the last chance to order before Christmas.
Yeah.
Usually we will kind of go out on a limb and say it's the 20th. That's really pushing it, and we know, we want people to be happy before Christmas, and so we really push hard towards the end to make sure we get that stuff out. But I think the 20th is the last guarantee that we have to go out before Christmas and get there in time. So
gotcha.
We got that coming up. And a discount. You want to tell them?
Sure. We have a podcast discount, I guess what you'd call it. So if you listen to our podcast, I assume it's 25%?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Did you run it by Kim? No.
Nope. She doesn't know.
Till now.
AOH 25 for Art of Hunting 25.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the discount that we did across all of Black Friday. It's the deepest one that we do. And so we wanted to hook podcast listeners up with an exclusive discount.
So it's capital AOH 25.
It doesn't work it can't be applied with other discounts, and it doesn't apply to originals or
the
bundles.
bundles. Yeah.
But yep.
So
AOH
Art
25.
of Hunting bundle, unfortunately. It's already discounted though at 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So you get all three of the I almost said antler. We don't have 3 antler prints. We
Not
have
yet.
3 deer prints. Whitetail prints. So those are our most popular anyway.
Yep.
But you'll get all 3 of those for the Art of Hunting bundle at 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Or you should use your 25% Art of AOH discount.
As a thank you for listening.
Yes. Tis the season.
Tis the season.
Of giving.
For sure.
Oh, also today's Giving Tuesday.
Is it?
There you go.
Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're supposed to give to something. We should pick something we need to give to.
We should. What do we want to get?
I don't know. We probably need to decide this off air because this might take the podcast into like 2 hours.
I mean, there's a lot of organizations we work with.
We should ask who we should give to.
Yeah, that should be our
On
poll.
social.
On Insta. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a
that's
good
our
call.
poll. We're going to give, I don't know what we're going to give. We're going to give something back for Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
So what should we give? Who should we give it to?
Leave a comment on
A
the
good
episode.
cause. Leave a comment below. I'm
Yeah.
addressing the camera now because
Yeah.
we have a video.
I am too.
So leave a comment below with who we should give back to. It's Giving Tuesday. This won't go out until later, but we'll just write a post-dated check, I guess.
It'll be fun. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Let us know.
Giving's year round. So
Yep.
that'll be fun. Okay.
This was a good little episode.
Yeah, it was a good little tis the season.
Tis the season.
Gonna say
Oh,
that
man.
forever now.
Oh,
He's
we're
gonna
have
get
to ban
tired
that.
of it.
No more Tis the season. Well, thank you guys for listening, and be sure to check out RyanKirby.com. We've got a lot of good stuff coming ahead of the holidays, and again, last chance to order before Christmas is December 20th. So check us out, and we need some good positive reviews if you like our podcast. So leave those below, and we
Don't
appreciate
forget your
you.
discount.
AOH 25.
AOH 25. Have a great season.